Hello everybody, today we will be going through the design processes for the next set of magical girls I'm thinking of doing. So the way this whole entire prompt system is working is there's going to be a main color and two kind of like suggestions for the theme. For example, this one is going to be sunset orange as the base color with some tropical fruit and a spider influence. I'm also doing a couple of other designs ahead of time so I can get them out of the way. I'm trying to make sure to play with all the different body types a little later. For example, this girl, I believe I wanted her to be more of a pear shape, so I made her like the base lower body a little more round. She's going to be with the reddish pink farms, and I'm decided to make her like a chicken bird. And she's going to be really fun, I think, with the design. There's a lot of the prompts where it's like, oh, I normally would think, oh, this thing, but like I've been trying to pull it to another side as well. So I went with a punk style, even though it's got swans as one of the topics. And I'm like, oh, like a punk rock black swan would be so cool. The next one here is my favorite, I think, personally. I can't wait to work on this one. I didn't work on it today, but it is going to be a hot pink electric and tea. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to be my girl. She's going to be so cool. So I decided to work on the spider one today. And one of the things I do note about the way how I design things is my designs tend to be a little more simple because I am drawing them repetitively for a comic. A lot of the time people can be like, oh, I'm going to add so much lace, I'm going to add so much details, and I'm like, completely fine. You go do what you want to do. However, I need to draw these girls like 50 times over like the span of like 100 pages. Like, they gotta be simple enough, but also clear enough for me to just keep it going, because I don't have the time to like draw every individual like lacy part, which is why I do a lot of grouping for my designs. So as you can see here, I try to make things a little more like condensed. Like, you don't want to put too much detail to be too confusing, and sharp, simple lines will show off what you're thinking without all the clutter. Of course, you can be like, oh, I can draw the individual seams, which sometimes I do. If it's an illustration piece, I will be like, oh, I'm going to draw like each like seam and each button and like everything. And I'm like, but for something like this, I don't have the time. I'm looking for simple shapes, simple silhouettes. Like, you could tell from a distance it's this character if I just make a black blob. So this particular character, I decided to make her really mobile, so I kind of like got rid of the skirt and went for some shorts. And her entire thing is she's like kind of like a mastermind type without the damage. So her damage stats are actually like both in the one, but she's like kind of like, oh, I'm gonna sit here in my web and like decide on your demise kind of girl. And I really like how I did the glasses, because obviously Spider's got 8 eyes, but I'm like, hey, you know, the glasses look like it's got 8 eyes, why not? And it gives her like such more like an expression thing, because I can do funny things with the glasses where it like also maybe reacts the same way with her eyes to give her more of a character moment. Here you see I'm putting in the colors. I realized afterwards she looked kind of like a pumpkin, but it's okay, because in the sense of this world, she can market it as like, hey, I'm Halloween themed. It's by accident, but like, hey, if you want me, I'll get like the most money during October. I think she would be like, she would do that. She would be like, yes, I don't have to work for 11 days, 11 months of the year. 11 days, 11 months out of the year. And here is where I'm kind of color checking, because with the values in black, I'm not doing the comic in black and white, but I don't want the colors to look too close in value. It doesn't make it pop at all. It's just like I am not the best with color theory. This is just the way I do to make sure like the color palette is a little more concise. Here I'm just doing a little bit more of the character expressions and figuring out how her hair is gonna do. Yeah, her little hair clip is like a little spider that's like latching on to her head, and I think that's like really cute. It's also her magical item, which I need to design later. Here I'm also doing like, I like doing character action poses. It's a little weird to kind of like say, but I love like just putting a character in their environment. Like, she would totally be like on her magical item, which is going to be a video game system where she's just like watching people with like tiny drone spiders, and I think that's like going to be really cute. And with that, I'm going to end the video here. Have a good day, everybody, and remember to stay hydrated.